Probably. And we're back with another episode of Unsolicited Duo.
We're in the same episode.
It's the same.
That's definitely a bloops. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I am your host, Priya,
And I'm co-host Melli.
and today is our Mother's Day special
When is Mother's Day?
on the 12th, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah. So, happy Mother's Day to my mother. She's watching this. And happy Mother's Day to all the other mothers and future mothers out there watching.
Fuck
Hope
them
you have a
kids. I'm joking.
trying to be wholesome. But
No, but seriously, happy Mother's Day.
but today we have some juicy stories that are a little on edge for our Mother's Day special.
I'm ready. Let's go.
You ready? All right, let's get into it. Okay, story number 1. This is from the AITAH subreddit. Am I the asshole for arguing with my husband over getting his female coworker a Mother's Day gift? So, my husband works at Walmart with a girl around our age who has 2 kids, but she isn't in a relationship with either of their fathers. I've had an issue with their friendship for a while, and he's jumped through hoops trying to hide their conversations from me. And when I ask him to stop, I'd catch him a while later deleting regular text messages, using Messenger secret chats, or just sending photo snaps or as response to each other's.
Well, I already have my answer.
Whew.
Leave him. I'm sorry, but if you're doing something that you wouldn't want me to see you do, like it's automatic cheating. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
Like if you wouldn't want me to find out about it, it's
Mm.
cheating. So the fact that he's deleting messages and all that stuff,
That's suspicious.
so yes, I mean, no, you're not the asshole, but
Well,
read the rest.
we have a whole roller coaster to go. I told him he had to drop her out of respect for me, but he would just offer to make things more visible to me, then go back to hiding it. This was a cycle for a while. He swore up and down nothing was going on, but he had to hide it because no matter what he does, I get angry. I was also asleep one day and he secretly met her with our kids at a park. I only found out because I saw on his statement that his card was charged in the town she lives in. This is it.
You know, I'll continue, but
This
yeah.
definitely upset me, and we got into a heated argument over it. He says our daughter has no kids around her age to play with, and this is the only friend he has with a child. That our daughter deserves to have fun, and he again couldn't tell me because he knew I'd overreact. I got over this, but I did message her and tell her that I have boundaries, that I'd like them to be respected, and that I was fine with them being friends so long as stuff wasn't being hidden from me anymore. And she told me she would tell me anything I'd like to know. That I just had to ask because men could be stupid. She also showed up to my daughter's birthday party because he invited her without asking me first. My husband did
What the
admit
fuck?
My husband did admit that he would probably get with her if we ended up splitting one night when I asked him honestly.
I don't even know why I'm still listening to this already.
Oh, this just keeps getting worse, and there's so much more. This made me a million times more uncomfortable with their relationship, but it continued. I've tried to be her friend and make it to where we could all hang out so he could be happy with so he could be happy like he wanted, but I don't like doing it and I feel like I'm being a loser. I also feel like we're just fake friends so she can continue talking to him and make me feel guilty for trying to have him cut her off completely when it's brought up. She admires him for staying with me so long and being here for our 2 daughters. She also has him do some baby cares for her newborn son that I wasn't comfortable with, like feeding him and changing his diapers.
They are playing the fuck
Is
out of
that
it. They
his
are
kid?
playing.
What
They
if
are
it's his
playing it in
kid?
your face.
What if it's
That
his
is
kid?
his fucking child.
Oh.
They are playing in your face. Oh my god. Continue.
I once opened a message from her to him and left her on read, only for her to freak out and start replying with things like, "Tell me you never loved me. Tell me you never cared about me." And want me to die. Anything is better than the silent treatment, please. She was being extremely dramatic, and I don't find this behavior typical of just friends. He asked that she is one of he says that she is one of those people who says she loves everyone and is not like that. She's just weird. Oh, this is so infuriating. She also messaged me and to apologize and say that he has no obligations to respond to her and she gets how that comes up, but she didn't mean it like that.
Bullshit.
Yeah, okay. He told me that he could never be with her because he doesn't want to assume responsibility of her 2 boys, so I have nothing to worry about. Anyways,
Okay.
it's Mother's Day, and apparently the manager at their store was making fun of her for not getting any Mother's Day gift. But I'm skeptical of this being true because it's an odd thing to bully someone over. Both of her baby daddies aren't good people and obviously wouldn't get her anything. My husband, saying that she was holding back tears, felt bad for her and apparently bought her a stuffed animal. I told him I didn't like him giving her gifts and it set me off. I argued with him and told him I can't stay with him if he keeps disrespecting me. It isn't his job to make her feel better and replace gifts someone else should be giving her. He told me that I am ungrateful and that he can gift anyone he wants to, that I'm being controlling and won't allow him to have friends. I'm wondering if I've been wrong for how I reacted.
Okay, here's my thing. Well, 2 things. If he wasn't doing all the shit that he was doing before, hiding their text messages and stuff like that, like if it was a case of like they are actually just coworkers and he got just like a little stuffed bear because he knows the situation that he's in, especially if it doesn't say anything like "Oh, be mine" or "I love you" or anything
Yeah.
like that.
But it's Mother's Day. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
Mother's
not.
Day gift. Yeah.
That's cute,
Yeah.
and especially if it's not better than my gift.
Exactly.
But
And there's
but
nothing wrong with that too.
yeah, so there's nothing wrong with that. That would have been fine. However, like I said earlier, he's trying so hard to hide their quote unquote friendship that it's like you're
He
fucking
has a
with her. You know.
track record already of being suspicious with things with this girl. So like of course your wife is gonna go over the edge. Like
She's
what does he expect?
I mean, yeah, but my thing is it's obvious that like they're not just friends, which is
Of
why
course,
she's
yeah.
so
Especially like
no,
on her end, she's probably feeling her gut feeling and like he keeps gaslighting her.
and no one would ever make fun of someone for not getting a
No.
Mother's Day gift. What the fuck?
Never. That's
Bullshit.
so like
Yeah.
out of pocket. So there are
Cause like if literally like if my man like he's like okay I work here and here, you know, I have there's this one coworker, she's pregnant or she has kids or whatever, but she didn't get any Mother's Day gift, blah blah blah. I just gave her a little something. Okay,
that's
cool.
fine. That's very
Like
nice. Yeah.
however, if
But the
it's if it was
situation's
in a
different.
situation like this where like I know he's texting her, he's deleting messages.
And she
First of
knows
all,
that he
and
is.
why the fuck would you wait until I'm sleeping to take our child to the park to go meet up with her and her kid?
Also, she didn't specify, but how late is Stacy?
Oh,
Like how late is he meeting up with her and this kid if this
it
wife
doesn't
isn't,
matter.
you
The fact
know?
that you're well, it does matter, but the fact that you wait until I fell asleep, you waited until I fell
Yeah, like
asleep.
you are purposely doing suspicious behavior on purpose and like using her reaction as a reason that's her reaction is justified for how she reacted.
Girl,
Who? So she has
girl, leave that man.
we have 3 updates.
Oh fuck.
So
Why? What?
oh she's and they're pretty lengthy.
Go
So
ahead.
first update. I've been getting a lot of comments and I'm having trouble keeping up with all of them, but I'm really appreciative of everyone who took the time to leave one and give me some advice. I told him he needs to either cut her off or get out. Good for you. I brought him a bag full of clothes so he wouldn't have to come back home to us tonight. But he told me he was going to talk to her when they get off work and tell her that their friendship is over. When he came back home super late, I'm extremely angry.
Oh,
angry
you was
with
fucking. They was fucking.
When he came home super late, I'm extremely angry with him because it shouldn't take over an hour to tell someone you're not going to hang out with them anymore. He finally admitted that they were talking about hypothetically getting together and had been regularly making out on their lunches. I had a panic attack and started crying and being crazy, saying that I have everything she wants and that I don't care. And she wasn't surprised I got upset about the bear. She told him to let her know if he's getting kicked out. After his confession, I told him that I think it's time for us to split, that it's best for me and our children, that it really hurts he did this to me.
Finally.
He started to cry and tell me he would quit his job immediately and that he just couldn't handle the fights we would have, so he went to her for comfort.
A shoulder to cry on is a dick to ride on.
She took advantage of that and came on to him, and he stupidly accepted. This isn't a good excuse, and I called him out on it. Good for you. This has been going on for a few months, though. He told me he told me to think of whether to leave, but promises he will change and stay away from her, and to just let him prove to me that he can do better. I have a hard time believing him, and I'm currently struggling to stay strong, but I still ultimately know it's best to go through with the separation. If we're not splitting, we need a break. Then I'd like to start couples counseling, but we have a lot to do and things to sort out. I told him if this is the case, the second he starts to disrespect me and my boundaries is when I'm leaving. I'm not going to keep being stupid, but I need time away from him. This was very stressful. This was a very stressful Mother's Day for me. Also, I do respect people saying I am the asshole here to myself and to my kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I was like, wait. To myself and to my kids, while it does hurt my feelings a little, I understand why I'm getting these comments. I'm going to do my best to be better for my girls, even if it means I have to make a really hard decision. They are my number one priority, and I'm never wanting them to get hurt. He can't continue to treat me this way and make crappy excuses. I know this is setting a bad example for them. So, any thoughts before I read the other update?
My thing, don't get me wrong, like I can understand, especially when you have kids, that it makes it much harder to leave a person. But for me personally, granted, I've been in 2 relationships and they were both less than 6 months. I shit you not. Yeah. Anyways. Men are crazy. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But no, it's like I don't even know how to put it. But I feel like couples counseling, wait, are they married?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying that people can't change from cheating, but especially when it's something like he's emotionally invested in that second girl.
Oh, for a while.
So it's like when they're already emotionally invested, it's like they're gonna do it again. So
they're just gonna be better at hiding it.
Exactly. And that's my thing. So it's just like, I'm not saying, I feel like couples counseling or marriage counseling is for other issues apart from cheating and domestic violence.
Yes.
I feel like if it's more of like, okay, we hit a rough patch, and I'm not married. I'm kind of ignorant to like how these things work. So this is just me talking. But
it's a different perspective.
Yeah, like, but for cheating,
no, that's 100% cheating.
Because it's like I'm not gonna trust you again. Like I'm gonna question your every single move, and then eventually you're gonna get annoyed with me.
And some people could move past that, but like she has a good head on her head on her shoulders. But like you're saying you're like worried about your girls, but like they would be better off if you guys are separated and then each household is more calm, and instead of you getting upset all the time and
kids
stressful
pick up on stuff like that. Kids you don't think so, but kids pick up on stuff like that.
Do you think those kids are not going to remember him taking them away to go to the park when mommy's asleep, and
Exactly.
you know, they're gonna remember things like that.
All right, go to the next update.
Update number 2, it's shorter. Okay, scratch the couple therapy. He needs to leave. I've calmed down more and realized I have once again let him convince me to stay after he's cheated on me twice now. I don't deserve this garbage behavior, and I'm tired of looking like an idiot hanging around for it. She can have him. He'll end up being miserable either way. I'm telling him it's over. Obviously, I'm going to be sad, but I can't do it. I will keep my girls close to me and let them be all the motivation I need to get rid of him. I just hope we are able to co-parent respectfully. I never plan on saying a bad word about him to them. Applause.
Your daddy, applause.
Oh, he's disgusting. He wanted his cake and eat it too.
And he got it, apparently.
He got it, but he's not gonna have no cake anymore. All right. Update number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I found out they were screwing behind my back while I had our 2, now 5-month-old at home, as well as our 4-year-old who was missing him. They had done this multiple times for 3 months, everything you can imagine. She is now saying she's 12 days late and possibly pregnant with his child, and they are discussing ways to move forward if it's so. She literally just had a baby not even a couple months ago with another deadbeat. I find this a little funny, but also sad because if she is, she will always have a place in my daughter's lives, and I hate that. I'm never taking him back, and I hope he sits in his regret for a very long time. I imagine he'll go back to her and just be fine. I know I will too. I have stopped crying and I feel great. Other than the anxiety about her pregnancy, I'm perfect. Daughters are just making me smile and realize they are all I need. I feel like so much weight has been lifted off of me, especially now that I know the truth and I'm out of it. I finally set myself free and it almost doesn't feel real. Also, no, the second child is not his. She was dating that child's father, but was left shortly after getting pregnant. This is when she started working at Walmart and her friendship with my husband began. I have seen the baby and he doesn't look like his dad. He and the first guy still come around, but she's constantly saying they're abusive and don't take care of their kids, yet acts like she's best friends with them and gets matching tattoos with one of them still. It's very strange dynamic that I have a hard time understanding myself. Anyways, again, thank you guys for everything ×2.
Here's the thing. I had something to say and I fucking forgot. Shit. I'm glad she got out of it. Oh, yes. That's what I was gonna say. So it sucks, and I think this is why I'm so like hell bent on not having kids anytime soon, or until like I've gotten to know the person like more and like actually married. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not saying shit can't go left after marriage and having kids, but this is why, like, because if they do something to you and you have kids together, you still have to see them.
You still have to see them. You can't like block them out.
The reason why I said that about the whole adamant about not having kids anytime soon, once I leave you, like you don't see me again. Yeah. Literally, like once I'm done with you, like you're blocked on everything. We could live in the same city. You don't exist anymore. We could live in the same city and you would never run into me. Maybe once or twice, but you'll never see me again. Like you literally no longer exist in my world. And it's like you can't do that when you have kids. No, you can't. Like he did something to you, not to them. Because he could be a piece of shit boyfriend, but a great fucking dad. Exactly. So cha.
All the comments are saying she's not the asshole, and everyone's like, she's already. Everyone's calling him like he's already cheating on you. This was probably before the update.
Wait, scroll back down a little bit. Like look what that person said. He's emotionally cheating.
Oh yeah, he was already emotionally cheating. Like that was cheating.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like once it's emotional cheating, like the relationship's done. I'm sorry.
They're gonna find ways. They're gonna just keep doing love. Probably the way the girl was reacting to him, not responding to her and stuff, like. But everyone's like, not the asshole. He's been cheating on you this whole time. This is before the updates, most likely, and she has a good head on her shoulders for managing and doing what she did. in those updates leaving. She's happy with her girls. And the best outcome is she did not stay in that situation. He can go raw.
He would have been a single dad if it was me. You think I'm leaving? I'm leaving. You can keep the kids. Damn, that's fucked up. I'm sorry. I wouldn't.
That's messed up. It's because you don't have kids. That's
because I don't have kids.
I mean, neither do I, but
realistically, I wouldn't leave my kids, but
just to say, just a big F you to him.
He's gonna be sleeping with the kids beside him, wake up the next morning, and I'm gone.
Damn.
I promise you, would be living in New York. I find out he's doing all that shit. I'm like, say less.
Say less.
I'm in Las Vegas by morning.
All right. You ready to move on?
Hypothetically. In the real world. Honestly, damn. And like I've thought about things like that too. Like whenever I see like stories like that, I think about it, like put myself in that shoe and like I see how fucking hard it is because me, like I'm a runaway type of person. Like when I run away, like I'm running away.
But like her, she has baggage.
Like a part of me would be like would literally pack up my kids and myself and go, and it's like you're not seeing your dad.
Like not even a word, and you're like, just go.
Exactly. Like you're not seeing your dad ever again. I just hope you know that.
Like once you're 18, you can go find him if you choose to,
but for now, like I'm leaving him, so you're leaving him too. But realistically, again,
hey, it depends on the situation.
That's their dad. Like I also a part of me would
like you have a 50-50 view on it. Yeah, it depends on the situation because like what if he was abusive to you and your kids?
Yeah, no. If it's abusive, especially putting your hands on me, I'm sorry, but even if you didn't put your hands on my kids or our kids, aggression, I'm disappearing. You're
any type of aggression.
Yeah,
no.
Like, but if it's something that's like cheating, I don't want to see you ever again.
No, and
it's not to say that like
each their own, but I cannot fathom how like people are able to stay and forgive. I would be on guard so much. Like, mind you, there was an ex-boyfriend that I did stay, like, maybe, like, we got back together for, like, maybe 2 months, but, like, I was on high alert and I couldn't stay. And, like, that was me being stupid, like, taking him back, but, like, that is just so unnecessary anxiety and stress for yourself. I could never.
I think I got cheated. Oh, wait, no. I definitely, in high school, definitely got cheated on, but I wasn't, that was my first relationship. So, like, I didn't even, like.
Oh, we talked about that in the other episode.
So, it's like, I didn't even, like, at that moment, like, I didn't see the signs. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
when you're in it, sometimes you're kind of a little oblivious, but then, like, you come to, like,
But then my relationships outside, like, one of them I knew cheated on me, but like it's only because of how he was acting one time. So like, can I go quick story?
Go ahead.
So I wonder if I told his story already.
About what?
He was supposed to pick me up from work. He claimed he left his phone in the car.
No.
Okay, so this one ex, this was back in 2015, going on to 2020. I mean, going on to 2016. This was my first job out of high school, and this was around December. Yes, it was around the holidays. So I was dating this guy, right? And he was supposed to come pick me up from work at around 9:30, 9:45-ish, because we were cleaning up after the holidays and whatever. And so 9:53 comes, and it's crazy because I still have the screenshots in my phone. I was randomly going through Google Photos, and I saw it.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh shit, that's funny. But anyway, so at 9:53, he's not there. I call him. I'm like, it went to voicemail, by the way. Like, but I was calling him. I'm like, where the fuck are you? It goes to voicemail. So my coworker, her and her husband ended up taking me home. And I didn't live far. I lived like less than 5 minutes away by driving, but because it was so late at night, they didn't want me like walking because I didn't have my car yet. But literally 1 minute later, I get a text from him that says, "My bad. I fell asleep and I left my phone in the car." Now, how stupid do you think I am? Mind you, at this point he is 22 and I'm 19, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. My coworker is dropping me home. So then around 10, like 10 something, he texted me. He was like, oh, what are you up to? And I was feeling petty at this point. So I told him,
I'm with my coworker.
listen, I told him, I was like, I'm going to the movies with my friend, and I gave a guy's name who was my name. I'm not gonna say the name on here. For anonymity, we're gonna call him James, my friend James. Now, I've known James since high school, and he went to a different college a couple hours away, right? So he was actually in town the week before this happened, and he had texted me. He was like, hey, what you doing? And like at that point we really were just friends, but I didn't get to see him, and he ended up having to go back out of town, so whatever. But back to this now. So he my ex texts me. He's like, oh, what are you up to? It's after 10. I told him, I'm like, I'm gonna go to the movies with James. He's like, oh, it's that's no place to take a guy this late, da 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 da. No, at first he asked me, he was like, oh, who's James? And I was like, I've told you about him, like my friend from high school. I didn't, but because my thing was, the only reason why I was being petty was because one, you texted me a minute after I called you, talking about you fell asleep and you left your phone in the car. And two, if that was the case, why didn't you call me back? Why'd you text me?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, it was just, it was suspicious. So I told him that I'm going to the movies with James. The whole time I was in my house. And then so we had like a little back and forth. And I'm like, so he goes, well, since you're going out, I'm gonna go out with my best friend too. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like your best friend is in Virginia, because he had a girl who was his best friend, but she never lived anywhere close to us. Like, but whatever. He was like, oh, I'm gonna go out with my best friend then. I was like, she lives in West Virginia. We live in Florida. Like, be fucking for real.
Right.
Yeah. So then he texted me, and then I ignored him until like 3 a.m. And then I was like, what did I say? I was like, oh, I was like, oh, I didn't even bother going. Like, calm the fuck down. But he didn't believe me, which honestly, I didn't go anywhere. I just wanted to piss him off. But yeah, I think that's probably one of the pettiest things I did. But after that situation, I looked back on a couple other situations, and I realized like he probably was cheating on me.
Oh
And
yeah,
I'm like,
that was suspicious for no reason.
all that one, like that was, yeah, all from that one little interaction.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me that you got to your phone in literally
A minute.
30 seconds
Yeah.
after you happened to miss my call. And I'm not saying coincidences can't happen, but still. And plus, you chose to text me and not call me back. Like, the fuck? Anyways.
Today's episode is sponsored by Gill Pearls. They are a Florida-based jewelry brand where all their products are made from freshwater pearls. I am a pearly girly. I love a good pearl accessory, and their products are so dainty, so well made, so stunning, and they are aesthetically pleasing. And the best part, they are adjustable, so you can wear it long or as a choker, however you please. If you would like to get your very own piece, please visit www.gilpearl.com to get 15% off your order using the code on the screen, UnsolicitedDuo15, and let us know how you like them. Thank you to Gill Pearls for sponsoring this week's episode. All right. Story number 2. Am I the asshole for slapping my mom after finding out my now...
That's not funny. That's not funny. What?
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh my god.
It gets worse.
Sorry, just making sure my hair is.
Am I the asshole for slapping my mom after finding out my now ex cheated on me with her?
What? Oh my god, that is so fucking disgusting. Continue.
Whew. I, 18 female, and my now ex, 19 male, had a massive argument outside my mother's house, which is where I was staying at after we broke up. I had basically moved in with him while we were together. We spent every night together. But he started growing distant with me and was always hiding his phone and ignoring me, which was very unusual as he is a clingy person. I found out he was cheating on me when I went through his phone while he was asleep and he was texting some girl on Instagram. They were both using a fake account on Instagram.
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's probably why in like my only one relationship I got cheated on. I mean, there's still no evidence, but still. I don't go through phones.
You don't want to know, you want to play.
It's not that I don't want to know. It's just like I just never think to do it because like once I start getting suspicious, I'm already like out the door basically until like and then like a hard evidence will like
you don't want a reason to do it in the first place.
Huh? Basically, yeah. But it's just like I'll already not that I'll already know, but like it'll just be something that drops into my lap or like I'll see them do something and I'll just know.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? I don't even need to go through your phone because I'm gonna leave regardless. So just off this one incident, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave you alone because.
The next morning after he left for work, I called my mom and packed most of my things and went home to my mother's. I made sure he was blocked on everything and had no idea where I was. That evening, I had thousands of text messages from mutual friends asking where I was and if I was safe. I had made sure not to tell anyone beside my mom and a few close friends of mine so he wouldn't find out where I was. After I told them I was okay and I was at my mom's for a while, one of them might have told my ex because he showed up to my mother's house and started an argument in the middle of the street. He then shouted at my mom when she got involved and confessed the whole thing to me, and I was shocked. He had told me it was my mother he cheated on me with. Out of a fit of rage, I smacked my mom across the cheek and ran inside and packed my things and stayed at my dad's for a few days. I'm now getting calls and texts from my mom's side of the family saying I'm a B word and a horrible daughter, and only my aunt is taking my side on this.
Right. I'm the horrible daughter.
Wow. I know I shouldn't have slapped her, but I was so angry, and that's not an excuse. Am I the asshole? I feel like the family doesn't even know what the mom did if they're taking her side. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. There's no way.
I mean, you do have some families that are like, oh, their excuse will be, and like I've experienced this, like their excuse will be, oh, but at the end of the day, that's your mom. Bitch.
No, I don't think he's sleeping.
No, I'm just saying, like, you do have, no, regardless, like some families will know exactly what happened and be like, oh, at the end of the day, she's still your mom. That's what I meant.
No.
So and that,
that's horrible.
If anyone ever says that to you, run. Oh, at the end of the day, it's still no. It's weird because for me, like personally, thinking from my point of view, it's still so. I would never put my hands on my mom. You know what I mean? It's like even if I knew she did that, it's just also like
you would just like want to get away far as possible from her.
Like everybody just gets cut off. Simple.
Yeah.
Like you don't have a daughter anymore. But to go as far, I mean, it's weird. I don't think I would hit her, but I would cuss her the fuck out.
Yeah.
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 So like I'm not saying like you're necessarily the asshole. It's just I wonder, it shouldn't matter. But I wonder like what their background is, their nationality or ethnicity, whatever.
Yeah.
That's because honestly but no, probably on the same day too. You should think about that. I mean, men are nasty. They will do that. But overall, I'm gonna say like you're not the asshole.
No, overall vote is not the asshole. Your mother of all people is supposed to have your back, support you, and protect you, not be the one that betrays you. Someone else said, a slab, I would have turned her whole ass every way but lose. Disown her as a mother and block.
See, that person's black for sure.
And OP commented to that and said, I have blocked her and I've tried to ignore my family on my mom's side as to not start any more drama that I already has. I have no idea what to do anymore and if I should just apologize and not speak to her anymore. Do not apologize.
And my thing
She's a grown woman. She knew what she did.
My thing is, okay, like when the family is coming after you, right? Like not to this specific person, but to like a lot of people who post about their stories and stuff. And they say, oh, now the other family, like this side of family is blowing up my phone, da 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 da. It's like, we never have enough detail about if they told the family what happened or not. Or
like,
even like giving the family
That's what I'm saying. I don't think the family knew what the mom did for them to be like, oh, you slapped your mom. I think the mom just told them like, oh, she slapped me and she lent to her dad's.
And then and I also hate when like they don't even try to explain what happened.
They just automatically, yep.
Like if they're blowing up your phone, I would have been like, did that bitch tell you she fucked my man?
I would have outed her. I would have been like, oh, so you're defending her sleeping with a 19-year-old.
That's what I'm saying. Boyfriend. But like a lot of times, with these stories, they don't do that. No. And I'm just like, but
oh my god.
I would have told the whole story.
Oh my god. A slap was at least the least she deserved. She cheated on you with your boyfriend.
Bro.
If this is real, you're definitely not the asshole. Just respond to all those messages calling you a bitch with, I hope she fucks your boyfriend/husband next.
Facts. Facts.
Oh, someone said, baby girl, she's a trash bag hoe and deserves to be slapped. Ask her family, are they okay with her being a predator, not the asshole, but stay with that.
Ew.
They just, her daughter is, or OP is 18 and her boyfriend was 19. And this mom is just out here. Oh, God.
People don't talk about it much, but women can definitely be predators too.
Oh, can you believe people are actually like that to be with, or your daughter's boyfriend? I can never see my mom would never do something like that. She like
in my head, that's my child too.
Exactly.
Like, ew. No, that's nasty. High schoolers be trying to talk to me, and I'm just like, I'm literally 10 years your senior. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
Oh,
like it feels so weird. I'm just like, why are you trying to talk to me? Like I'm a grown ass.
And that's a normal reaction.
I'm a grown ass. You're a child.
Like, what does that say on your part?
Granted, they probably don't know how old I am, and some of them.
You are pretty petite, so
exactly. I'm 5'2", for reference. So it's like I'm short, and so like they probably think I'm in their age group.
I think you're shorter because I'm 5'2".
Then I might be 5'1".
Yeah, I think you're shorter. You're like slightly, maybe like a half an inch shorter.
My license says 5'2". So
mine says 5'2" too.
It probably. Besides the point. Yeah. So like they probably think I'm in their age group, but I'm just like, I don't even tell them how old I am. I just kind of like look, and I'm just like, no. So I just walk away. But it feels so weird. I'm like, no. Like, granted, grown men are attracted to me too, but it's also like, no, like, ew, so
imagine, okay,
it feels weird them hitting on me.
Yeah, so like imagine her boyfriend is 19, so her mom's probably like either her 30s, maybe 40, depending on when she had her.
Fuck, like, for real.
Ew.
She could have had her as young as what?
Also, like, even if she wanted somebody younger, okay, fine. There are so many people in the world.
Yeah, but
you had to go for your daughter's boyfriend. Come on,
not even old enough to buy alcohol.
No.
So this is like, if they can't even buy alcohol, you have no reason to be with them. You know what I mean? Like it's still, granted, even if he was 21, it's still weird.
It's her daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah, but like, and like him being so young too. Like, I'm gonna assume call it 40.
Yeah,
probably like
late 30s, 40s.
Yeah, 18.
You know, it depends on when she had her.
No, I'd say probably mid 40s.
Yeah, maybe
because 30 minus 18, that's 12.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
40s. Say like 40s, mid 40s, maybe. Not saying that like she couldn't have her at 12, but like we don't know. We're just gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. Like she had her at 20, so let's say she's 40, right? A 40-year-old and a 21-year-old is still like, whether it's the guy that's older or the woman that's older, it's still weird. It's
disgusting.
To me, at least.
Like
Granted,
that.
when I was 20, I did it. Now, I was young. I was. This is what I think now. I think it's weird. However,
when you were the younger
when I was 20, about to be 21, I was working at Metro at the time, and this 6 foot, light skin British. He was a trauma surgeon. He So he walked in one day and he was a customer or whatever. And to be honest, like I assumed he was like 35 because he looked young for his age. I found out later that he was like 41, but
how'd you find out later?
We're not gonna get into that. That's that man can't beat that information out of me. I'm sorry. We're just what happened between me? Like nothing crazy happened because like all we ever did was like just talk on the phone. But like so we're not
gonna get into that.
Yeah, I didn't do anything with him, but like yeah, like anyways, but he was British. That's what caught me. And then he started flirting with me, sent me over the roof. I was like, oh my God, he's British, he's fine. He like clearly he's in love with me because like
Clearly.
I fixed your phone 20 minutes ago. Why are you still here?
Oh,
anyways.
That's like how we met.
That's how we met. I was working at T-Mobile, and this was like a couple years after too. I was working at T-Mobile, and she walked in, and she's literally out of the 2.5 years that I worked there, she's the only customer who I actually like took their number because like I've had like other women.
She got them digits.
Yeah, women because not even just
because I got a new digits that day too.
A lot of like I've had like a couple girls like, oh, we exchanged numbers, but
yeah,
like
you
I
had like a good connection with them.
but we never talked again after that. Like you're the only one who whatever.
Well, even if like we took a couple months to like actually like we literally hung out the day before my first date with Naveed,
which was like months after. Yeah. But anyways, back to the to what I was saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were just like in the store, like obviously flirting and whatever. I had taken his number and like we were talking literally every single day. And because I love old music, so he sent me a couple songs too. And like at that point I'm just like, oh my gosh, like
you found the perfect one who you can like Frank Sinatra's with. And
oh my God, I love Frank Sinatra so much. I wish he was still here. Well, no, I wish I was like
in that
the same age as him. I'd probably get lynched, but I wish I was the same age as him. Sorry, I'm joking. I wish I was the same age as him. We would have been married. I don't care what anyone says. Frank Sinatra and I would have been married. I love that man. But anyways, me and that guy, like we spoke like every day, yada yada yada. Found out he was lying about some things. We're not gonna get into it, but
he lied about his age?
Huh?
Did he lie about his age?
No. Oh. I had assumed that he was like 35 because he looked it. But then I found out later when I was doing my background check.
Yeah.
When I was doing my background check. Yeah, but
we condone. We condone a background check.
At the time, I was like, bitch, I'm grown. Like, even if he's 20 years older than me, like, I don't care. But then
when you're the younger one, it's different.
But now I'm just like, bitch, what? But also, you weren't
thinking? like preying on someone's like, you know?
Yeah, it's like, how'd I put it? But no, even like my best friend, like we were young, so like she was egging it on too. Like we're just like having fun. Of
course, like even if I knew you in that situation that time, I wouldn't fucking egg you on too.
We're just like, girl, like fun, whatever. But like now, no, like no judgment if you do. But like to me personally, I'm just like, now I'm just like, you're this much older than me. Like why? What the fuck do you want me for?
Like, how come you couldn't get someone your own age?
But anyways, yeah. I'm not gonna give too much details on that story.
Honestly, I hope OP works through this, maybe get some therapy.
You know how traumatizing that is? Ew, my mom and my boyfriend.
No, but like now her
That's
future
so
relationships are gonna be
disgusting.
like she's gonna be on like edge now, and now she has
Yeah.
family she cut off because of this one mistake or whatever, and like it, mm, that's a lot
It
of loss
sucks.
for her in a sense.
Yeah. That sucks. I'm
That's your
sorry.
mom. Your mom. Right, story number 3. Am I the asshole for not wanting my mom's boyfriend anywhere near my vagina?
I'm sorry. What?
This one, I'm gonna be honest, really pisses me off. I read this one thoroughly and oh, it's gonna be a
So
doozy.
possible trigger warning. I don't know the story yet, but it sounds like a trigger warning, so trigger warning. Continue.
Hey everyone, I'm really stuck in a weird and kind of gross situation right now. I'm 18, female, finishing up high school and still living with my mom, 34, female. So, a few months ago, my mom started dating this new guy who's 50. Okay, age gap, weirdness aside, things got super awkward for me personally. About 3 months ago, my period started getting super bad, like talking unusually heavy bleeding and major cramps and just a lot of pain that I've never dealt with before. Obviously, I was like, okay, time to see a gynecologist. Because I haven't been to one since I was 15 and this isn't something to mess around with. Also, it's time for me to get a routine pelvic exam anyways. I told my mom, thinking she'd be super supportive and help me make an appointment. We live in a pretty remote rural area right now. My high school has literally 50 students, and it's like an hour drive to the nearest urgent care even. Also, the insurance I'm on sucks and I need her to help me with the copay. But nope, the next day she's like, guess what? My boyfriend can do your checkup. Yeah, turns out he used to be a board certified gynecologist, but got his license yanked away a few years back. And why does she want him to do it? To save money on the copay since our insurance kind of sucks, and to avoid driving 2 hours to see a doctor in town. Now, let me be clear, this guy gives me major creeps. He's done stuff like not knocking before entering my room, making weird jokes that are definitely not okay, and just gives me those vibes that scream, stay away. So, the thought of him being all up in my business for a pelvic exam, hell no. When I said as much to my mom, explaining there's no way I'm letting her boyfriend anywhere near me like that, she lost it. She said I was being insulting, assuming the worst of her boyfriend, and that I had hurt his feelings by suggesting he couldn't be trusted. She said I was essentially implying he's a pervert. It ended with her saying I was grounded for even thinking he was some sort of creep. So here I am, feeling stuck and kind of violated by the mere suggestion and punished on top of that. Am I the asshole for standing my ground and not wanting her boyfriend to do the exam?
No. First of all, why was his license revoked? It doesn't even matter why, but the fact that it's been revoked and instead of like
Why
him.
is your mom not questioning that part of it?
Exactly. The fact that it's just that his license is revoked and it's not a case of him just not putting his license to use right now.
Like,
That's
oh,
like that's a big difference. And even then, it's like stepdad or not, I feel like me personally, I'm just like, I don't think even if he was like a gynecologist now, still, it's like we're basically related
right.
now. Or
Like your
like,
family. You see him, he's living in your house.
yeah. And it's just like I don't want you checking up. Even if he wasn't like a creep, it's like I still wouldn't want him like
No.
to do my checkups or anything. Ow, I bit my lip. But so it's just like whether or not he was creepy, she's not the asshole, so she's not the asshole.
Like, what the
But still, and
I'm
it's like
so mad at this one.
you don't need a used to be gynecologist
Who got
looking at
his
you. You need
license revoked. He got his license revoked. Why?
even
Because he's a
then,
creep, most likely.
even if it wasn't revoked and he's simply not working as a gynecologist right now, you need someone who is a gynecologist at the moment
exactly.
of
Plus,
you
like,
getting a checkup.
all those tools when you go to the gynecologist, those medical things and stuff, how does he have access to that?
Yeah,
I'm sure he's gonna stick his hand up there. No, thank you.
It doesn't even matter. You're
like,
not the asshole.
Your mom is giving you.
Your mom is giving pick me.
No, like, well, like your mom is literally giving this guy permission to touch his daughter.
Yeah, that's weird. Not the asshole.
There's a whole other post on this, but up as an update. But I'm gonna read the top comments first. Someone's top comment is, dude lost his license. The medical review board had determined that he could not be trusted. What the fuck is your mom thinking?
Facts.
He could be the world's best vagina doctor. It's still super fucking gross of your mom to suggest it. Ew.
It's like, it would be different if you weren't dating my mom and you were nothing but a gynecologist. Okay, cool. But now you're dating my mom, like I'm seeing you every day, like you're basically my stepdad.
The fact that he tries to like go into rooms with her without knocking and like trying to like find her naked. What are you doing?
My mom knocks before she enters my room.
Like even if she doesn't knock, she'll be like, she'll call out, like. And then someone commented, also, it makes no sense. How could he even do a full exam? Does he have a bunch of speculums in the box under his bed? How is he going to take any samples? Where would he send them to? I'm absolutely sure he doesn't still have a relationship with the laboratory that could do testing on any samples he takes. The exam is not just like thumping a melon.
Exactly.
It takes more than everyday household objects. Like, that's gross. I can't believe this was even suggested. I can't believe that someone who used to be a doctor actually believes he could do a thorough exam in these circumstances, which leads me to unfortunate conclusion that he's a nasty pervert.
Yeah, that's disgusting. That's weird.
And we're going to go to the update now. So she posted a separate post for the update. And she says, so I get home from school today and my mom is waiting in the living room for me, sobbing. Her boyfriend, the creep, is standing right next to her. For background, for the past 2 years, she's been a really religious, born-again Christian type. No boys, no curfews, the whole 9 yards. I've never had sex or had a boyfriend. So in between sobs, she tell me the creep talked to her today and told her that based on my symptoms, heavy bleeding and period cramps, and my disrespectful behavior, he's sure that it's from having sex. Not even an STD, but from having intercourse that was so intense it injured my insides.
I can see why he lost his license, but continue.
Oh my God. I've literally never heard of this, and I looked it up later, and it's not even a fucking thing. Meanwhile, the creep is sitting there, mostly silent, nodding along with what my mom is saying. I tried to get a word in, but that's when the creep started on me, telling me, don't even bother denying it. I've been a gynecologist for over a decade. I know this when I see it. Yada, yada, yada. My mom then started yelling at me saying, how could you do this to me? So on and so forth. She's convinced I've been going out and having sex with boys from school when I've literally just been seeing the 2 or 3 friends I have. So then they explained that they decide together some consequences for what I allegedly did, that I'm grounded. They're going to switch out my iPhone for a dumb phone that I can't use social media. I'm not allowed to go out with my friends. And this is the fucking crazy bit. The creep is going to perform a weekly purity test, invasive vaginal exam to make sure that I'm not actively having sex until they can trust me again.
You need to call the cops. I'm not even
And the first one is this weekend. I'm totally fucking losing it. Obviously, I'm not going through with this, but I have no money at all and nowhere I can stay even for one night. I'm leaning on making up some excuse to avoid the purity thing and keeping my smartphone until I can sort something out. Any other ideas I can appreciate? Oh, this one just makes me so mad.
That is so fucking disgusting.
Someone said, holy crap, time to call the police.
Call the fucking police.
Like, CPS,
I mean, granted,
CPS.
they're probably not going to see this, or it's going to be like, they're going to see this way after, but
this was a month ago.
Oh, I hope you called the cops. Anyways, continue.
Oh my God. To put your child in, like, what the.
And this is why some kids don't talk to their parents when they finally move out.
I don't oh my, I don't have no
That
words
is
because
so
like
disgusting. I'm sorry, that's so fucking
for
disgusting.
her, like, and plus also we don't know like what other bullshit he was feeding the mom before she came in, like to even like have her crying, like feeding all this for her to believe, but it clearly didn't take much for her to even like believe him.
Exactly. And it shouldn't even matter. The fact that you think it's smart for your boyfriend to perform anything on your fucking daughter. Ew.
He's like going through all these lengths to get his hands on her, and that's so icky and disgusting. Someone said a real gyno knows there is no way to tell if you're a virgin or not via vaginal exam. He can't even see residual sperm without a microscope. This man is lying his balls off. He found a gullible woman to give him access to molest her child. Call CPS, call the cops, call any friend's parents that could be an ally for you. Be as loud in public as you can with this man, that this man wants to do weekly vaginal inspections. Someone also said call a woman's shelter and try to stay there.
Smart.
That's actually very smart.
That's such a fucked up situation to be in.
My God.
I wish her the best though.
And she's
her
so
the
young
best.
too. So like imagine this scenario, like she's 18, I believe.
Oh, she's traumatized from this.
Like, what the hell, man? Like
That is fucking this. Yeah,
fucking
no.
like, yeah, she's 18.
I hope damn, there's no more updates after that.
She didn't give any. She hasn't even commented. So like maybe her phone got taken away.
Her phone taken.
Yeah.
Damn.
And like I think when I had tried, yeah, it's deleted. The account's deleted.
Fuck. She probably deleted it before they took her phone.
Maybe.
Damn, my heart goes out to her. I hope she got through in the. Damn,
I
it
hope
doesn't
he
seem.
didn't lay a
It fucking doesn't
single
seem like
fucking
it. He
finger
doesn't.
on her.
It's been a month with no update. Where is she?
And I can't even go on her page because it's deleted. Oh my God. Call the cops. You are in immediate danger.
Wait, hold on.
Someone else said your previous post said that you're 18, so they cannot legally do this.
Exactly.
Even if you were a minor, you could call CPS if you're not in the US, but no way can they touch you now. Additionally, if you have no proof that you paid for any of your phone
No, if you
electronics,
have proof.
etc., then those are your property and they can't take those from you either. She just needs to get out of there.
It doesn't.
Go live
It
with
doesn't
somebody
sound like
else.
she did. It's been a month. She would have updated us.
I'm scared. She's not even like she
Wait,
deleted
hold
her
on. Scroll
account.
back all the way down. Sorry, I just wanted to. Wait.
This is a rage bait. There's no way it's not. This is a fake post. And for God's sake, if it's not, call the cops. Move out, buy a gun in that order.
That's funny. I hope she's okay.
That mother is
but
a
I'm
piece of shit.
scared.
How can you put your child in such like? How can you not even see that? That's
We
so.
already know the mom's lost her fucking marbles, but I'm actually scared for
I hope she ran
right
away.
now.
I hope she found her way to a. I hope she was able to read these comments before she got her phone taken away and got a woman's shelter or CPS or cops or
Something.
anybody, anything to get her the fuck out of there.
Please update us. Please update.
I'm gonna
this
keep
shit.
checking periodically to see if anything. Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's so scary.
That is not something anyone should have to go through.
And like she's just now an adult and like that's your situation. That's horrible. Hey, we're gonna move on. What?
Oh.
All right. Last story. Story number 4. Am I the asshole for getting mad at my mom and cutting contact with her after she made my girlfriend break up with me? Advice needed. Throwaway account because some friends' family follow my main. 24.
This is why you leave people out of your relationships. I'm sorry. Anyways, continue. I'm sorry.
We'll get into that later.
But continue. Sorry.
I, 24 male, was in a relationship with my girlfriend, 25 female, for about 8 months.
Oh, cougar.
Okay, she's a cougar.
I'm kidding. We're kidding.
Things were going well, and we decided to meet each other's families. So I invited her to my mom's house to meet her and my 2 older sisters. Bit of a background, my mom and dad got divorced when I was around 13 because my dad was a serial cheater and cheated on her several times.
Papa was a rolling stone. I don't even know if
My
that's how the song
mom
goes.
never really recovered from that. She never dated after the divorce, nor did she have anyone in her life romantically, as far as I know. Anyways, things were going well, and about 4 days after meeting my mom, my girlfriend said she wanted to end the relationship and didn't want contact with me again. I was blindsided by this because things were going well and I was about to meet her family. I never noticed anything was wrong with our relationship and she never voiced any issues. I was broken because I started loving her and getting close with her. About 2 months after the breakup, I met my now ex girlfriend at a mutual friend's party. I confronted her and wanted to know why she suddenly broke up with me. She revealed that when she visited my mom and sister, while I was gone for several minutes to get some snacks and drinks from the grocery store, my mom said that she shouldn't date me because I'm just like my dad, and men in my dad's family always cheat. Unfortunately, it's true that the men in my dad's family cheat. I, however, never cheated and don't intend to cheat. I saw what my dad put my mom through, and I never wanted to be like him. When I
Damn.
heard that my ex girlfriend said, When I heard what my ex girlfriend said, I was livid. After the party, I confronted my mom, and she basically admitted it and didn't see anything wrong with what she said. I was angry at her, and I'll admit I'll call her some names, and she cried. Then I said I wanted nothing to do with her and never contact me again. After that happened, my sister had been begging me to contact my mom again, saying she's distraught and regrets what she's done, that she never recovered from what my dad did. I don't care. To be honest, because her not healing doesn't excuse what she did to me.
Facts.
It hurt me because I always loved my mom and she was better parent than my dad ever was. Especially when I learned that what my dad had put her through, I vowed to never be like him. And for a 13-year-old who admired his dad and put him up on a pedestal, it changed my whole viewpoint on life. Then she pulls this. How can I trust her not to do this again the next time I'm in a relationship? Am I the asshole?
No. And
Oh.
I kind of feel bad because I kind of get it, but I feel like the girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, is a little bit of an asshole too, only
Yeah.
because like
How can you
you
up
didn't
and
even talk
leave? You
to
didn't tell
me.
him.
I mean,
Tell him that his mom told you this,
and don't
what's
get me
going
wrong, like I
on.
can understand, like, okay, you know what? His mom must be trying to warn me or something. So it's like she got scared and I was just like,
Yeah.
you know what? Let me not even deal with
But
that. But
communicate.
still, it
Like, you
sucks.
just
Cause
up and leave, blindsided him out of nowhere, and then
like I can see it from her point of view, but it's also like, damn, like you
and
didn't
he would
even
have
try
never
to.
even found out if he hadn't bumped into her at a friend's party.
Exactly.
Like she could have told him.
So I feel like something could have been fixed with it, like a
Yeah.
simple conversation. Do you know
Yeah.
how far one simple conversation can
Like
go?
she also if she wasn't even feeling any type of way towards him, like suspicious or anything too, what was like, why couldn't you just tell him like hey, your mom told me this, what the hell's going on?
Exactly. Like if you're and like
That'll be the
she's
first thing I
like we're
do.
grown. Would be like I'd be like, bro, like your mom just said some wild shit to me. Like what? But I still also understand why she may have done it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you're grown. You're
You just
25, he's 24. Like you're
like
pretty
he
grown.
was just about to meet your family too. You just met his, and
Exactly. That
like you
sucks.
just
But
damn.
off the girlfriend, onto the mom now.
Fuck her.
That's fucking why would you
Why are
do
you
that?
holding what his dad did against your son?
Bitch, that's between you and your man. Me and mine are good. Whatever, like that's with you and your man.
What
Like
the
what? What does that have to do with me?
all the men in their family cheat and he's gonna cheat on you. What the fuck? Like, what mom does that? Like, you were just trying to purposely
The ones that
sabotage
want
your
their son,
son.
the ones that want their son secretly,
Yeah.
those are the ones that do that.
Enmeshment. Ugh.
Anyways,
But like, she's
comments.
purposely sabotaging him. Like, that's fucked up. Top comment is obviously not the asshole. She told your girlfriend that you're a cheater and she thinks that's okay. Damn. Don't believe your mom if she swears she won't do it again. Your mom won't be able to help herself. She's sabotaging any future
That's
relationship.
fucking crazy.
Yep. Even if you warn future partners about your toxic mom, she will whisper seed of dissent into any relationship and poison it. Not the asshole. My God. Not to mention that warning future partners could inherently sow doubt about the security that I have in a relationship with OP. That's true.
Exactly.
If someone's
And that's
telling
what
me
I'm
that
saying,
up
like,
front too, I would be like,
and that's
why
why
is that something you're telling me? That's weird. Like, if I didn't know the situation.
Yeah. So it's just like I said, like I understand why the girlfriend, you know,
His mom
ghosted
needs
him. Don't get me
therapy though,
wrong.
because like after all these years, you're still like, move on. I know that's a hard thing to deal with.
That was
And like
fucking
whatever.
13. Like the kid, he was fucking 13 when that happened or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
and now he's like 24. Right?
Yeah.
Right? 24? Yeah, 24.
How have you not moved on from that already?
Why and then you're ruining your son's life?
To be fair, I came across a video on TikTok. This lady, right? When she was younger, I'm assuming when she was in her 20s, she was dating this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He went off to war and then she never remarried or anything like that, right? Now they ended up reuniting and they're like old as shit. I think they're like 80s or 90s. I don't know.
I think
But
I
they're
saw
old.
that.
Yeah. It turns out she never remarried or anything because she didn't know if he was like if he came back from the war or
If he died. Yeah.
Turns out he was like he was married and everything.
Oh my God.
And I'm just
She
like,
probably so furious.
she was crying.
Damn.
And I'm
She
just
held
like,
out and he was just like, "Meh, okay."
and I don't even think it's that. I think he went in I feel like he was in a place where he wasn't sure what was going to happen. I'm not excusing it, like
Yeah.
I'm not
Or maybe he
justifying
settled
it.
somewhere else and didn't really like
he like I feel like he didn't think he was going to see her again. And then he was just like, you know what, fuck it, let me just move on with my life. And like I'm like, damn, like I wish he would
maybe
have
he was
done
deployed for somewhere a very long time and like he didn't see an end or
he didn't see it. He didn't think he was coming back to her, so he just moved on with his life. And I kind of wish she would have done the same, but like it was so heartbreaking.
Damn.
It was so. But anyways,
Dang,
with
she like spent her whole life waiting for him.
Literally.
Damn, that's sad.
Yeah, that's sad. But anyways, why did I even bring that up? But anyways,
We're talking about the mom and the dad's divorce, and she's still holding on to it for so many years.
Oh yeah. Because I go, yeah. Why are you not over that yet? Fucking.
Because she needs therapy. She was so traumatized by it, which everyone teach their own, but like she was so traumatized. But get therapy, get help, because that's not healthy after so many years. Especially like she has held out herself from happiness, from dating anyone else.
Which I understand it. Don't get me wrong. Like I've been heartbroken once, but also, what's it called? It's like I understand like the I understand when something has happened to you so much or it's something that you didn't expect someone, you know, like that you truly
it was a
care
traumatic
for.
situation that happened to you.
I get it. And like you start to view the world differently.
But now she's affecting someone else's life.
Exactly. Now you're projecting your insecurities onto your son and his girlfriend.
And that's not fair. That's absolutely not fair.
You may not think
especially that he's not even doing anything.
You may think that now all men are cheaters because of what you experienced, but realistically, not
all men are, and maybe your man was, but unfortunately, like, you know,
it's not everyone. All how you look at the world, to be honest. Don't get me wrong. Men are nasty. They be out here cheating. Not all, but a lot of y'all.
Yeah.
And I despise just about all of you.
And with that is the end of this episode. Happy Mother's Day. Yes, it is. That was final story. Happy Mother's Day. I hope you guys enjoyed all these juicy stories for this episode.
Happy Mother's Day.
I would love for you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on socials, and like this video and give us your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much, and see you next week. Bye.